What's up? Where are you headed?
How old are you anyway?
Old enough. So, where you headed?
Heaven, baby. You trying to go?
Maybe.
Sadistic Personality Disorder is a psychological disorder that involves deriving pleasure when imposing pain on others. The pleasure is dependent on the victim's suffering due directly to the sadist's aggressive act. This is Community Activate Mental Cinemas. This episode is recommended by Renard Smith. Welcome. In this series, I'm attempting to match fictional characters with very real mental conditions. The mission is not to exploit the afflicted, but to bring a level of awareness, understanding, and compassion, and to open a conversation on Black mental wellness in our community. In this episode, we're talking about sadistic personality disorder. The film is the 2004 film Never Die Alone, and the character is DMX's character, King David.
Home sweet home. You goddamn if it don't feel good.
Here are 5 signs King David had a sadistic personality disorder. He lied in order to inflict pain on others.
This stupid bitch ain't even know the difference between coke and heroin. That's all I had. And I didn't have the heart to tell her. Oh well. She'd find out eventually. They always do.
King David didn't directly lie here, but he kind of did. It's a lie by omission. When you leave out important information in order to hide the truth, it happens more often than you think, especially in relationships. I didn't lie, I just didn't tell you. He used cruelty in relationships to establish dominance.
They say revenge is a dish best served cold. I was about to take right out the freezer. Thought she was gonna get by without me, she'd be thinking again real soon.
Here, he's switching her drug with a more addictive drug so that she can be dependent on him. He has a bit of a fear of abandonment. And why is he out for revenge anyway? All she said was $500,000 is not enough to retire on, and it kinda isn't. He was harsh to those under his control.
That don't look like you have a penny.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah, he was enjoying it simply because she was straight up and said that she didn't want nothing serious. She just wanted to have fun. But he was offended. He kind of has thin skin. The world's a magical place full of people waiting to be offended by something. He was amused by the pain of others.
Sometimes I'd get a kick out of just watching the show and wondering if the rest of the world could tell which members of the cast were strung out. Just looking at them up made me laugh.
King David, he enjoyed getting people hooked on drugs and watching them slowly deteriorate. Many people who knew him didn't have much nice things to say either. And for everyone around him to be getting high, we rarely seen King David get high himself. I guess never get high on your own supply. He was fascinated with mental torture.
10 years after the fact to break the news to me. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. But she wasn't gonna do her kids any good if she was still using. And I sure in hell wasn't gonna do them any good rotting in the jail cell. So I decided to give her a test.
This wasn't a fair test. Putting someone's drug of choice in front of them while they're at their most vulnerable is a recipe for a sure disaster. And some addictions are not about feeling high, but more about not feeling sick. Sadistic personality disorder may be caused by learned behavior.
Probably wouldn't have believed it either. After all, I did live a pretty extraordinary life. It's too bad it had to catch up with me when it did.
Yeah, it was pretty extraordinary. Running around getting women hooked on drugs and stiffing guys out of their money. But it's pretty interesting. In the final days, he really didn't have anyone but strangers around him. Complications of sadistic personality disorder include some of the following: aggression, anxiety, depression, and relationship difficulties. They say we don't choose our demons. I guess they choose us. Y'all think King David had a sadistic personality disorder, an undiagnosed mental condition that caused him to die alone and full of regret? Or do you think it was something else? Because his relationships were clearly not healthy. Let me know in the comments below. Diagnose King David. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe for more like it. I'll be posting a new one every Sunday evening. And check out some of the older ones. Feedback is always welcome. Thanks for watching. This is Kino from Community Activate Mental Cinemas. Be well.